Hi, I'm Stephanie.
I'm Tim.
I'm Brent.
We're the founding coaches of Team Endurance. Welcome to our challenge group.
We are so glad that you're joining us in Team Endurance. We need to learn a little bit about you, and the way that we like to do that is by using the 3 W's. The first W is who. Tell us who you are. We want to know all about you. Tell us why you're using Beachbody to reach your fitness and nutrition goals. And the last W is the what. Tell us what program you're using to get to those goals.
Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do is, of course, wait for that box to come in the mail. Now, once you do get the box, open it up. This is my P90X3 box, and there's going to be a couple of things right away, a bunch of papers in here. It has the guide, the program guide. It's got your DVDs. It's got a wall calendar that you can unfold to keep track of which workouts you do when. So all that stuff is really important. Check it all out. But really, there's a couple of things I want you to focus on. The first one is this: how to take your before and after pictures. You're really going to want to take a before picture and take the measurements that it recommends in here, because at times when the scale doesn't always show you what you want it to show, especially that can happen in the first couple of weeks of the program, you can go back to your before pictures, your measurements, and you can see where you've made progress. So make sure to do your before pictures before you start the actual challenge. The other thing that's super important in here is going to be the program, the fitness guide right here. This book that comes with all of our challenge packs is super important. The first thing you're going to want to do is just take some time and flip through it. And what I would do is just mark the pages that you know you're going to come back to often. Okay? And one of the things for me, of course, is the nutrition guide is going to be super important. And so I just go through there and I just mark off the things that I know I'm going to have to come back to later if I forget, or maybe some recipes that I really want to pay attention to that I'm going to use often to kind of bump up my nutrition during this challenge. It even has really nice meal plans and different things like that that you can use. So go through that, mark the areas that you're going to be using often and come back to. Super important that you keep this handy and keep looking back into it. I always find things, you know, when I'm looking through it again that I might have missed or whatever, and you're just going to want to be able to have this around so you can check it out often during your challenge. Okay? And of course, it comes with everything else, your DVDs and all that stuff. So open the box up, go through it, and again, pay attention to that guidebook. That's what's going to be your Bible for the next 30, 60, 90 days of this challenge. The other thing that's super important for all of our challengers is that you are drinking your Shakeology. This is an amazing shake, the best, by far, meal replacement shake that I have found, and I've tried a lot of them. If you just look at the ingredients on the back, it's just amazing. This thing is loaded with superfoods. And I've even had, you know, I've gotten off my cholesterol medication, my blood pressure medication, and I owe it all to Shakeology. My wife and I drink this every morning, and it's just a great way to start the day off. You've got your nutrition down, you're ready to go. We usually drink it right after we get done with our morning workouts. But make sure you're drinking this daily. It will be the boost to your nutrition that you really need to get yourself through these workouts that are going to be part of your challenge pack.
Hey everyone, so we wanted to go ahead and just take a moment to point out ways to be successful in our challenge group. So number one, whether you're doing a program like Insanity or doing a program like T25 or P90X, even newer ones like 21 Day Fix or PiYo, in your program there is a calendar to follow with all the workouts. It is extremely important that you follow that schedule, and that we all do, of course, from day one all the way to the final day of your program. What we don't want to do is veer away and try to replace a particular, you know, maybe a cardio, like going out for a run, replace a workout for something that's in the calendar. The system has been put in place, and the workouts are there. You just follow the calendar as scripted. So, you know, for somebody like myself, real quick, I'm a huge runner. I'm a marathoner. You know, it's easy for me to go out and do runs, and you know, I'm really diligent to make sure that I'm following the calendar. So if you're going to go out and do a 5K, or if you're going to go out and go biking, or you're going to go swimming, that's awesome. Additions to that are great. Just make sure that you're not replacing, you know, a workout like what I just mentioned, and doing something in place, because ideally, these are HIIT programs where you're doing high interval training, and doing workouts like that, they're great, but they're really not gonna get you to a place where you want to be by the end of the program. So make sure you're following the program and you're not subbing out any secondary workouts. Just do those in addition. The other thing is, specifically in our private group that we have here, we want to make sure that you're posting every single day a couple things. One, just some tips, maybe the workout that you did for the day in the program, because we're going to have a lot of different challengers doing lots of different Beachbody programs, and it's super important that, number one, you tell us the program and maybe this particular workout, the DVD that you did, and then secondly, the nutrition side of it. It's really helpful to share recipe ideas. A lot of the all the programs come with a meal guide and a nutrition guide, so it's really great that we're going to be able to share recipe ideas and nutrition tips for one another throughout our challenge group. So make sure, if you're in the morning, you're making breakfast or something, go ahead and take a quick photo, and put it on there, tell us your workout. Feel free to even take a picture yourself, if you want to take a selfie, by all means, go for it. But we want you engaged every day, if you're doing in the morning or afternoon, to check in for lunch, or even after at nighttime, before bed. Super important. And, like I said, recipes and nutrition is a huge part of this. In fact, I would even say probably 80% of this is nutrition. So we want you engaged, with the fitness, sharing your workout. We want you engaged with sharing, recipe ideas, and, asking questions too. Don't be afraid to ask questions. And we're going to support each other, and we're going to be accountable to one another. So here we go.